Okay, number 21 in your classwork for area of triangles, we want to calculate the area of the figure below. So we have a pretty odd shaped triangle. There's no special things that we can apply here. So we're gonna brute force in order to find the distance of the base, which we can say the base is given by the one formed by the endpoints -3, -3, and 9, 0. Using that as our base, that'll be areas 1/2, and now the base would be found using the distance formula. So we would have change in x as 9 minus -3 squared plus change in y is 0 minus -3 squared times our altitude. And our altitude would come from this point, 0, 2, and would come in at an angle such that it forms a right angle, is perpendicular to our base. So in order to do that, we're first going to need to find where this point of intersection is in order for us to apply the distance formula again in order to find the altitude, our height in this triangle. So in order to find this intersection point, we have to find the equation of the two lines. So one equation of the line is going to be the equation of the line of the base. So the slope of the base is going to be given by change in y, which is 9 minus -3 over, that's change in x. Let's do change in y. 0 minus -3 over 9 minus -3. Which is 3 over 12, which is slope of 1/4. So putting it into slope-intercept form, we have y minus 0 is equal to, using this point as our reference point, we have 1/4 x minus 9. So rewriting that, we have y equals 1/4 x minus 9 over 4 is our equation of the line of the base, and the equation of the line of the altitude we can find from its slope. So we know that it is going to have a perpendicular slope to the base, which means that it's going to be the opposite reciprocal of 1/4, which is negative 1 over 1/4, which is -4. So also putting this into slope-intercept form, we have y minus y1, and we choose y1 as the y coordinate of the only point on the line that we know. So that'll be 2 is equal to -4 times x minus x coordinate here is 0. So we have y equals -4x plus 2. And if we want to find the point of intersection of these two lines, we have to set them equal to each other. So we have that 1/4 x minus 9 over 4 is equal to -4x plus 2. I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. So we have x minus 9 is equal to -16x plus 8. Then adding 16x, and adding 9, we have 17x equals 17, so x equals 1. So this is the x coordinate of the point of intersection. And now plugging this x coordinate back into our equation, either one will work. We have y equals -4 times 1 plus 2. So our y coordinate is -2, which means that the coordinates of this intersection point are 1, -2. And so now we can use a distance formula to find the length of that altitude. So we have a change in x of 1 minus 0 squared plus -2 minus 2 squared. And plugging this all in, simplifying a little bit, we have 1/2 times the square root of this 9 minus -3, it turns into 12 squared, so that's 144, plus -3 squared, which is 9, is 3 squared, so that's 9. Then times the square root of 1 minus 0, that's 1 squared, so that's 1, plus negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4 squared. So that's 16. And so our area is going to be 1/2 the square root of 153 times the square root of 17. So plugging that into our calculator, we have 153 times 17, taking the square root, is 51/2.